Today, we're going to be installing one of the parts on the bike that I have been really itching to do. So we're starting to really build out the bike pretty good. I got the mirrors right there, almost like Rizoma's, but these are only actually $150 with turn signals. I got the full Akrapovic exhaust, header, and can. And you could get all these parts. I'll leave a link down below for you guys in the video description for anything, gear, helmets, jackets, boots, full exhausts, whatever you need for your bike, guys. Use code HERO5. Get yourself a 5% discount off your entire order. But we just also put on some blue bling right there, paddock stand adapters. We got the exhaust blue bushing. We got the inspection cover right there in blue. And we also finally did the radiator and oil cooler guards. Thank God. They look so good in black. So super stoked about that. But today we're going to be doing the Dukabike DBK specialty parts, clear clutch cover. And I also got the blue pressure plate that you're going to be able to see. It's spinning inside in there. It's going to look so good. So all these like blue touches like match the TST Industries little blue washers right there, just like on the lights, and also the washers on the license plate relocation kit. It just looks so good. I got a whole bunch of parts over there for the front wheel and also for the back wheel. And right here we have the DBK clear clutch cover with that blue pressure plate. That is going to look sick. So let me put up the camera and start taking this off. And I'll kind of show you guys through it, but there are so many videos on this. But take a look how the bike looks now. And I'm going to hopefully take it outside before it gets dark, start it up after we're done installing the part, because this is going to totally change the look of the bike on this side. All right, so first things first, I'm going to go grab some tools. I'm so excited about this. This upgrade. It's pretty simple and straightforward, but I'll take you guys through it. There's a bunch of videos on it already. I actually took a ride on the bike today because it was literally 60 degrees today, which was absolutely insane. But it felt really good being on the bike today. All right, so the first thing you have to do, I'm gonna get a pair of, there we go. So now the clutch cable is off of there. You don't need to unloosen anything else. So this way you don't have to readjust anything. But now that's off, and now we can work on getting all of our bolts off. So let me see, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. It's a little warm. So another thing I'm going to tell you guys, these bolts, you cannot reuse these bolts. It's pretty much, you throw them in the trash. That's why Dukabike actually gives you brand new bolts with the cover. And some people think that you don't get the bolts, but you do get the bolts, but they actually put them underneath the foam. So make sure you check your box. A lot of people look inside the box, they see the cover and everything, but they say the bolts are missing, but they're not. They're all the way, I don't know why they put them all the way on the bottom. They actually put them underneath the foam, all the way on the bottom of the box, and that's where they are. So we're just gonna take this out. All these bolts are the same size as well. This is T30, maybe, 230. But the new bolts are an Allen key head, so we're gonna have to get another tool. But once we take this cover off, I'll show you what we're gonna do. Let me also take the oil fill plug and loosen that up. We're gonna save that because I'm actually waiting on a TWM blue cover. We're just gonna put it there. Oil filler cap, a blue one to match the inspection cover and the blue exhaust bushing. They didn't have it in stock, so I'm waiting on that. I also picked up a fresh gasket for this housing. You're gonna wanna do that. You're not gonna wanna use the same one. So I see I'm gonna have to loosen this one top, or take it out, this one top bolt off, so I could get to the last bolt, no big deal. We actually just took all of this off when I put the oil cooler and radiator guards on. So now, yeah, we could like lift that up a little bit and I could get to it. So this way you don't have to take the whole thing off. Yep. So let me know, guys, did anybody get a brand new 2024 or 2025 BMW S1000 RR? Let me know, I'm curious. So these bolts are actually going to go into the garbage because you're not supposed to reuse them. I'm not sure why. Maybe because there's some stretch in them. That's possible. But let me come over here with the parts. My garage is also in shambles right now because I am in a process of renovating the garage. So I'm really looking forward to getting it wrapped up in about 2 weeks. Can't wait to show you guys. It's gonna be a great space to do videos in. So now we should be able to take this cover off. Yep, and it's off. Super simple. So now what we have to do, the gasket actually is on here. It came off of the bike really clean, which is great. We're gonna have to take these bolts off right here. Let me just get a rag. Right here, we're gonna have to get to the shaft. And we're gonna have to take that shaft out. Oh, this is gonna look so good. So this piece does not go back on to the new cover. This piece right here, that piece, that's not going to go on to the new one. So inside here, let me just wipe this oil up. There's only a couple things we have to do in here. It's pretty simple. We're gonna have to take that spring clip out of there. Not a spring clip, C-clip, and we need that spring right there. Then we're gonna pull the shaft out. Okay, got the C-clip out. So now I can just pull this shaft out. I'm gonna take the spring out and then just take that right out. So I just wanna make sure that there's a gasket on the new case, and there is. So on the new case from Duca Bike, the gasket is already in there and the bearing. So you guys know, the bearing is already in there for the shaft. So we're just gonna take our spring and we're gonna put it right in like so. Then we're gonna take our shaft and put that right in as well. And it fit. All right, so now spring's in. It's pushed all the way in. We got to put our C-clip back on in there. So that's how it's going to be situated. So then when you pull the clutch, this comes back. So now we're going to take our C-clip. I'm going to put it back on. There we go. Now just make sure it's on there. That's on there. Just like that. That operation is correct. You could see, hopefully, the C-clip in there, the spring, and the mechanism goes back and forth. You want to make sure you wipe off any oil that's around, like this seal, and then we're going to, obviously, when we run the bike, we're going to put some paper underneath just to make sure that there's no leaks or anything like that. So now what we could work on is getting the bolts off of our pressure plate here. Okay, let me get an extension on here. Let's give myself some room. We're gonna take these off because the next step is to we're gonna take them off a little at a time. We're not gonna take them off fully. We're gonna do a little at a time because there's springs on this pressure plate. This is what holds the clutch pack together, because you have clutches in here, and this pressure plate, it smashes all of those, and the springs, it smashes all those plates together. That's what makes the bike go forward. So there's a lot of tension on there. And we're not going to reuse these bolts either, because the new pressure plate comes with new bolts, which I'll show you guys in a second. So let me take these out first. That's out. So there's 3 springs, as you guys could see. So that went like that. We're going to put that back in the same spot. So this pressure plate, well, I shouldn't say even, because that's the pressure plate. This is like almost like a pressure plate cover. It's going to go right over it, and it has 3 new bolts on there. So let's unpackage this. And as I can see, BMW did not use any thread locker, but they will be torqued to 10 Newton meters. But I'm just gonna fast forward the steps so you guys could see. So now, we're just gonna get this out of the package, put that over there, and get this out. Oh man, look at that, guys. That is gonna look so good. Now we're gonna take our 3 new bolts. And also these bolts kind of tend to not back out because there's a lot of pressure on them from the springs. This job is fairly simple. You guys could do this yourselves as well. So that's gonna be on there like that. This is gonna be on there like that. So I'm gonna start. We'll put one in there first. Make sure those springs are on there. I'll put another one on. Oh wow, that looks so good. All right, guys? That looks so good. We're gonna tighten all this. Tighten it a little at a time, going round in a circle. Don't tighten one bolt all the way down, because you want it to go even. All right, that looks fantastic. That's gonna look so, so good. So now, what we have to do is make sure this shaft is this way. You see, there's like a little cutout. Make sure that cutout is facing back. And then what we're gonna do is get our gasket and try to align and make sure that we're good. And I think we're good to go like this. There's 2 dowel pins that actually keep the gasket from moving and keep it in place. I'll move that wire out of the place. Make sure that gasket, yep, that gasket is good. So now what we're gonna do is use the bolts that came with the kit. And like I said, they are in there. So you just have to look to the bottom of the box, because they're definitely in there. I thought in the beginning, good thing I looked, because I didn't think the bolts came with it, but then I opened up the package and looked at the bottom, and lo and behold, they were there. So now we could put our cover back on. And when you put this back on, you have to make sure this is kind of towards the back. Line that up like that. See, it moved on me, so you gotta be careful. Gotta line all these things up. Make sure the gasket is everywhere. And now we could put our bolts back in. I'm gonna put one in here on this side. just snug with my hand. And then I'm gonna put another one in on the top just so it doesn't come out. And you wanna run these bolts in by hand first. You don't wanna take a impact or anything like that. And you just wanna run them all in by hand. Make sure you don't cross thread anything. And we're gonna do the same. I'm gonna have to get a different Allen key because they're kind of deep set in there. And I'm noticing this tool is not gonna fit in there because they're quite close to the case. Oh, but that looks so good, guys. Oh man, I just got scared because I thought I didn't have the tool, because I know I have the tool, but I have the toolbox in my gym in the back and it's not in my toolbox, so it must be in the pod that's in the driveway and it's buried, but I was able to find something else that I could use for now to finish up the job with, so thank God. So also these bolts you're gonna want to tighten kind of cross pattern. Don't go around one at a time. Do one on one side, go right across, do another one, and then go right across, do another one, and just do a crisscross pattern. So this way that gasket is going to sit really good. And this case is going to crush it with even pressure. Okay, so now I'm gonna put the stock oil filler cap back in. I am waiting on the new one, which is gonna be same company as this, TWM, but we're just gonna put that one back for now because I don't have it right now. So now what we can do is we could put our clutch cable back on. Really simple, same method as before. That's back on. And now we could put our O-ring in, let it sit in there, and then we could take the plastic off of our clear cover. So this is like, I guess like a plexiglass or something like that type of material. It's still daylight out, so I think I'm gonna have enough time to actually be able to show you guys, take the bike outside, show you guys how it looks. We'll start it up and see how it looks. So that's the cover right there. Try not to get it too dirty. And then we have that's going to go into there. And then our bolts. Let's situate that nice, I guess like that. Oh, that looks so good. Even the inner portion of the machining where they did it so the shaft holds in the middle, got a little Duca Bike logo right there. Looks so good. So we're gonna run our bolts in on that. And these also, you don't need a lot of pressure. I think it's like 5 or 6 Newton meters, not much. Oh wow, guys, that looks so good. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. That just totally changed the look of this side of the bike. And I'm not even kidding. It is a huge change. Okay, I think we are done. So I don't need this cover anymore. I don't need these bolts. I need that bolt. We only have one more process here. And that process is just to put this last bolt on for the cover over here, which I'll do in a second. Then go wash my hands, and we're gonna take this bad boy out so I can show you how it looks and give you guys a startup on this amazing exhaust. Wow, oh man, that looks so good. Guys, that looks so good. That part just made the bike, totally made the bike. All right, I'm gonna put all my tools away and then I'll get back to you guys. I don't need these bolts either because we got new bolts. All right, guys, it's all done. What do you guys think? I think it looks absolutely awesome. Not only, like I said, because it's clear, you got the blue trim, match this in blue, blue rear sets, blue exhaust bushing, the blue paddock stand, blue M caliper, and then the blue clear cover with the blue pressure plate. That looks awesome. Let's see how it looks started up. That looks so good. Oh my God. Let me know what you guys think. I absolutely love it. It just made the look of this whole bike just totally different. Love it. I can't wait to install all the other stuff. I have a whole bunch of stuff for the front wheel, a whole bunch of stuff for the rear wheel. I have some axle blocks. This thing already looks good, but when I get done with it, it's gonna look absolutely awesome. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. Head on over to www.motorcycledepot.com. Get 5% off your entire order. Use code HERO5. We'll see you guys later.